to products in terms of um, food, beverages, all types of products that you can think about, and also intangible products. So by intangible products, I mean things like the apps. They are not things that you can touch, but they exist. You know, they have interfaces on your laptops, on your phones, on what, and all that. And apart from those, there are systems, say with me, systems and ideologies. So, for you, in terms of something you can touch, like a car or uh, something material. No. Uh, some of the great people, or they an ideology of something. Actually, philosophy is a product of an ideal. Actually, philosophy is an ideology. Philosophy is not something you can touch, but people are making money out of philosophy. You know philosophy? Anyone who knows philosophy? Have you ever heard of Plato, Socrates, and all the other guys? They would just sit somewhere and start philosophical thinking. And all that has been put together, you come up with theories, and you sell books, and you make money, and you live life. That would just sit down and theorize and you know, come on, can't we come up with spiritual theories? Man of God. Spiritual theories. And then you make books out of it yourself. And all that. That is also innovation. So by this I mean an ideology is a set of thoughts put together. That's an ideology. A set of thoughts. When you put them together and you have them um, in a hypothetical sense, I hope you know hypothesis, right? It's not just random thinking, it's kind of educated thinking. So you are not just putting random thoughts. These are researched thoughts. These are thoughts that you have done some research on it. You have done some survey and you have proven it with some statistical data. And you put it together, you create hypothesis. And then you put them together, it becomes an ideology. Something out of a careful study. I want some people to do this. Oh yeah, some people to do this. I was reading, okay, so you know what is happening in Kenya? Anyone? You know what is happening in Kenya? No? What's happening in Kenya? People are breaking the streets. And it's the Gen Zs. Okay. They are breaking things and doing throwing stones and doing all sorts of stuff everywhere. A similar movement was done, but without breaking anything. It was a man, many of you know, Mahatma Gandhi from India. All that man did was to sit down with people and start an ideology. That's all that he did. Okay, maybe even if I don't use that, let me finish with this one. So Mahatma Gandhi caused India to gain independence without getting to war. Or he an ideology. Sit down with people, convince them, and there it was. There was nothing broken. In Kenya, we are breaking everything because we don't want to innovate. We don't want to create. If we can create, we can make life easy. Am I talking to someone? So someone says, what is the benefit of innovation? Makes life easy. That's one of the things. If you are creative, you will make life easy. You will make life easy. I'm coming back on that, but let's continue. So the other one is Hitler. This is on the negative sense. You know Hitler? What did he do? But all that he did was to have an idea, extend it, sell it, talk to people, convince them. And there it was, a revolution that created world history. World history is based around an ideology. Nothing really that you can touch, but something coming up from someone's brain. Look at your friend and say, can you think? Look at the other one and say, can you think? All right. Let's be quick today. I want to keep time. So it's about coming up with the new things. Number two, thank you so much. It's about accepting the new things. Innovation is about also accepting the new things. The biggest challenge is not the new things to come, but the new things to be accepted. Hello? I'm looking for something. Yesterday, I was too busy at home. I was putting lights outside. These are lights which I bought. Actually, our sister Chilongamo brought them from me, from US. When was that? Last year. So they've been with me from last year. I bought them on Amazon. I knew about them 4 years ago, but then I bought them last year. She brought them in Malawi, but I was putting them yesterday outside. You should come. Oh, it's so nice. But listen, why are these lights special and why I wanted to put them myself? These are lights that you don't anything. You do not connect to anything. All you do is you take it and you put it on the wall and you are done. It will switch itself on. It will switch itself off. It will know when it's dark. It will know when it's morning. So all you do, so the whole compound has lights that are not, there's no cable and I don't pay any bill. So in the afternoon, they are charging themselves using the sun. And in the night, they are lighting. And when they see a dog moving or anyone coming, they light brighter. Are you here? This is innovation. This is creation. But imagine you're like, ooh, this is so nice. But how many of you are using them? How many of you are using them? I've just told you, I bought them. Even for me, it has taken me time for me to put them. There is a reluctance for people to use new things. It's normal. We take time to use new things. There's a reason you don't use iPhone, you are using Techno. It's not just because you don't have money. It's also because you don't like new things. You don't like new things. Hello? It's very true. You don't like new things. And so creators are going through a problem because, you see, many people don't want to use the new things. If you want to help creators, you know what you need to do? Be the first one to accept the new thing. The struggle we have now is we have 15-year-olds that are using things that were done. Okay, things that your dad was using are the things you are using today. Why can't you create your own stuff? Maybe let me say it again. Are you here? When were you born? 205. Wow. 205. Do you know when this pen was made? This pen is way older. The technology of this phone is way older than you. Because this pen, the technology of it. Can someone Google, when was this big pen? That's it's beautiful. You don't even have phones. Ah, that's good. But someone will Google for you. That pen is way too old. But that's the pen you're using. Why won't you create something? When was the first phone made? Which year was the first phone made? Yes. 1800s. 1800s. Oh, 1950. Let's talk about cell phone. So in the 1800s, they started now, being able to talk from one room to the other room, and then, but later on, around 1900s, the technology got settled and all the, but let's talk about cell phone. When did cell phone? Yeah? 80 something. 1973. That's when the first phone was made. Are you here? Are you here? We got a long way to go. There are things we need to do. Can I ask you something? Why are you in this world? You are here to bring something new. You are here to add what we do not have. Make it a point that you don't check out. You don't leave this world the way you found it. Leave it with something. Tisisa kukumbukira ni kuti you left new breads. New breads. These things you put in your hair, women. Do you know why they said braids are satanic? You know braids, they are said to be satanic? Because it's somebody's hair. Why wouldn't you produce something which is not satanic? By the way, I know someone who is making a lot of money because she makes her own hair. I think last year I shared this. Last year. Huh? Oh. She makes her own hair. And she's making a lot of money. You mentioned something as well. Thank you. Thank you. I will stop there. But are you hearing me? There are people that are doing things. We have a testimony of someone in the church. After attending our success provocation, she came, I still remember, she said, please pray for me. I want to be able to help my husband. She's a secondary school teacher. The husband is the one that makes a lot of money. But she said, I want to be helping my husband to bring more money. And we prayed. A few weeks later, she says, man of God, I want you to bless my business. I said, which business? Says, you remember success provocation? I have started to make hair food. So she makes hair food. I know boys don't understand what I'm saying, but there is something, a product called hair food. When you put in the hair grows. When you put in the hair, it controls what is called dandruff. You know dandruff? Mm-hmm. It controls all that. This lady is making more money now from making this hair food than from her job. And she's getting known everywhere. You are not hearing. I said she's a secondary school teacher. But the hair food is bringing her more money than her teaching. If you don't create, I know why. You don't celebrate creators. It's very simple. Celebrate new things. You can also create new things. All right. Are you here, church? So it's about accepting the new. And lastly, it's about implementation. Accepting the new, and then what? Implementation. implementation, bringing the things to a practical life. Practical life. Praise God. Everything I've said is nothing if I don't help you to become creative. So, how can you become creative? Number one, gain knowledge. Gain knowledge. Number one, gain knowledge. I had time last year to talk about the power of knowledge. But when I learned about a transistor and what it can do, I made my first transistor radio. And this is a true story. I was able to hear short waves, MBC, what, all the other stations I could hear. What I struggled to do was to separate the channels, because there I didn't want to use existing capacitors. You know capacitors? Are you sure you know capacitors? Or from your school, I understand. I didn't want to use existing capacitors. I wanted to make my own. So that is where I stopped, because I started not to do well in class, because all my time I had devoted it to this. This is where balancing comes in. Are you here? This is where balancing comes in. And this is where prioritizing comes in. I don't know if you get it. So, someone said Mark Zuckerberg. You know him and you love him because he's a billionaire. Do you know what he did? He dropped out of school to prioritize. Are you here? To prioritize. The product he had created, he knew this will be more than school. I'm sorry, director, but I can joke with you. You said we start here, right? Education. And then what? Internship or job. And then billions. And then what? Mansions. What if I told you there's another way? Because that is what innovation and creativity is all about. Sometimes do not be afraid to be the odd one out. Now, in Tinnovate, believe differently. In leadership, we've got already established steps. In Tinnovate, first law of innovation, there is no law. That's innovation. I had time last year. I don't know if I was able to explain enough. I said, in creativity, in innovation, sometimes you will be said to be against the law. You will be said to be disobedient. You will be said to be, what is the word? Revolting, or rebellious. Okay, I think I use the word rebellious because you don't seem to follow the laws. But today, I want to bring this into context so that you understand. The first law, if you want to be a creator, an innovative person, you must understand there are no laws. Some things can work. You just need to try them out. Are you following this? So let me get back to my story. Mark Zuckerberg realized what I am doing here needs time, needs focus. It will work. So he had to drop out some things, focused on it, made it work, made the billions, go back to school and live life. Are you following? At this point, you do school for sport because you've already made the billion. What did you create which was so good that you needed to leave everything and focus on it? What idea can you have that can be so good, that can make you focus on it, and eventually you grow against the ordinary norms? All right, let me pause. I will come back to this. Can we move very quickly? So in